why it does that. Come on. Okay. So that's charging. And I'm back. Where the F is. I don't want to copyright this music. I'm about to finish doing my nails. My hair. This is all mine. All mine. Look at my hair. Dope. Not the toot my own horn, but yeah, why can't I get this? What's up, girl? Dad cooking up deliciousness. Good evening. I need to do it like this first. I'm vibing out. You said hit that like button as you come in, period. What's up, Gia friend code 09? Hit the like button as you come in. Alright. I wanted to put this on while live so I can see if I hear a difference. Because I don't know if I will. Do you hear a difference? Or it just sounds regular? I'm trying not to project my voice too much, but do you hear a difference? If not, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Like, literally. I think I got it to work like one time. By chance. Said hi. Hi, Chrissy's unpopular. Hope you're having a wonderful week. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, extra faces. Please hit that like button on the way out. And that subscription if you haven't subscribed. Why not? Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Hit that like button. Pretty please. I hope you can hear me because I'm going to be so, when I say I'm going to be annoyed, I'm going to be so annoyed. Now, where's my remote? 1 second. Right back. Okay. I'm about to get to doing my nails. Let me put my slippers over there so I can get nice and comfortable. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. There. So yeah, this is what my locks are doing tonight. I really couldn't wait to see how the takedown was going to turn out. Raw, of course. What isn't versatile? Not a lick of weave in my hair. You know what I'm saying? On natural. Long hair don't care. That is serious. Long hair don't care. I don't care. I'm joking. Oh my. This is years of dedication and barely any hard work. The secret to healthy hair is leave it the freak alone. Get your hands out your mother freaking hair. But yeah. I love how the girls came out, especially the ones I just took down today. As you can see, a couple of them dropped because I took them down like 3 days ago. No product. I tried to like tuck these in. So, yeah. I love it. So cute and it smells so good. It's so funny. I remember one time some dude was like, "Oh, your locks probably." He took a whiff of my locks. He couldn't even believe it. Couldn't believe how good they smell. It's so good. It smells how it looks, and it looks how it smells. Good. Yes. Look at this. Don't mind me, I'm just flexing. Us lock girlies. You know, flexing for us lock girlies, you feel me? Period. Yeah. So like once I wash my hair or whatever, I'm gonna have to trim because it actually needed to be trimmed and now it's dying. You weren't even working, so how are you dying? Talking about the mic. It's probably not even working right now. Talking about it's done. But yeah, let me finish doing my nails because all I have to do is this one more. I'm gonna have to do a lot of maintenance. Because it's starting to lift. Oh, so this is the part where I put on my glasses because I don't want to get my eye poked with debris. Because that thing be like, that thing be hurt. I'm going to be listening to Armon Wiggins' feedback on the case with MilaGro and Meg the Liar, aka Meg the Horse. I know I don't like that. I know that. Team Tory all day. Free Tory. One umbrella. F you. Alright. So yeah, that's what I want to do as I get into my nails. So don't mind me. I'm just literally here it is. I'm just catching up to some tea that I've been following.
When you walk into a Burlington, wow, you're walking into
responding to other people, but not MilaGro.
Shout out to Armon Wiggins podcast.
Okay.
That's who I'm listening
Big
to
flex.
right now. But I'm gonna have to rewind.
Do the track?
I don't own the
No.
copyrights to this
because
audio.
somebody sent you MilaGro's track. Did
Okay,
part
okay.
of the Tory Lane shooting like
He was
that
actually
wasn't
at
talking
the
about
hearing.
Kelsey rapping was not
So,
talking about to do is to worry about that.
He was actually at the hearing, so he's just giving his playback on what he actually heard and witnessed. We're gonna do another Q&A. Let's see. That's a good question. This thing is done. Did you repent? Today. Leave it in the comments. Make sure you answer. Come on. Yeah. I don't want it in my face. God dang it. Alright, whatever. Another thing. That's messed up. Let me make it smaller. Get rid of. Dude, like it's seriously the freak. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna fight and argue with a sticker. Even though I wear alright, these are my goggles. And I'm just gonna listen and make comments and give my 2 cents to Armon Wiggins. Shout outs to him. Yeah, this died. That sucks. Shout outs to him. I'm gonna try to move this closer since I know that it died.
I didn't even listen to that song. I don't know. That didn't affect me. Oh, okay. But that didn't affect me. MilaGro Grams did. And she was spilling tea and saying who shot you and all kind of stuff like that in the record. You didn't listen to it. Did T Paris send you the track? No. Oh, but he sent you MilaGro's track. Did Partisan Fontaine affect you in the diss track? I didn't listen to that one all the way through. Would you say people paid more attention to Partisan Fontaine or MilaGro? I feel like people will be paying more attention to MilaGro. She has a bigger platform than Partisan. Basically, that's what she kind of gave. Like MilaGro is bigger than Partisan, and people pay more attention to MilaGro because she's talking to people, calling me a liar. They said, let's talk about your record Hiss. Hiss was a song responding to a bunch of things, other rappers, people, haters online. So she clarified that it wasn't just Nick. She didn't say it wasn't just me, but she was basically like saying it was just a bunch of different people that, she was responding to a hit. So he said, well, was his a diss towards MilaGro? No, it wasn't a diss. So it's not towards her, but people like her. So, okay, so you made a whole diss record responding to other people, but not MilaGro. But she's the one that's affecting you.
Right.
Okay. Bigfoot. I didn't listen to that all the way through. She said, Bigfoot by Nicki Minaj? Well, why not? Have you responded to it? No. Why? It's silly. That was silly. I didn't want to keep listening to it. So she pretty much said Bigfoot was a silly record, and she didn't want to keep listening to it, and there was no need.
Okay. We're done. We're done with that.
So you weren't affected. So you didn't listen to the Kelsey, Partisan, or Nicki. She's like, well, all these are just rappers. And these people feel like they might have good reason to diss me. Of course, Kelsey might feel like, okay, I'm not your friend no more. So we had a falling out. You want to diss me? Okay. Partisan, I will be mad too if I lost me as a girlfriend. you know, things like that. She didn't go into the Nicki piece.
She is
She
not
not
a
one to smoke with
prize.
Nicki. She didn't respond to what Nicki said at all.
So she
She's
do have
like,
a
but
lot of
these are
money,
rappers and these are people doing
her
rap
soul
lyrics
is
and
very
things like that.
ugly.
It's different than somebody just fixating and like picking on me per se. No one is listening to Party and Kelsey. Do you believe that Party and Nicki have a bigger platform than MilaGro? I believe Nicki has a big platform. I don't believe Partisan does. But she didn't want to say bigger platform, she just said big platform. For Drake, didn't Drake do a line that said, the B lied about getting shot, but she's still a stallion? Megan Thee Stallion said, I don't think he was talking about me. I think he was talking about a girl getting butt shots and lying about it, but she's still curvy, kind of like a stallion.
Huh? Come again. What?
See,
What
those
was
are the
that?
games that she plays on the stand.
She
Now, if
gaslights like a
MilaGro would have
mother.
said that, girl, you would have felt like she was talking about you. So you're telling me
Right. She's gaslighting.
that
Anybody that would believe it.
you didn't think that B lied about getting shot, but she's still a stallion. He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about a girl that lied and got some butt shots, but she's still curvy. That's a double entendre
It sure is.
at best. But you were definitely referenced. You tried it.
She is so good.
She tried
This
that.
is why
She tried it. But see, these are
I
the things
just
that
rather
girls
do my
don't
own
report.
nails because
And then they be
I
saying
can
that I'm
do
alive.
what I need to do
Girl, she tried that.
when I can do it.
But Drake has supported Tory and has a platform
They're
much,
from
much,
Canada.
much bigger than MilaGro.
Duh.
That didn't affect you at all? Well, I don't know if he's talking about me in this song. A lot of people use Stallion in their songs. Doesn't mean he's talking about me, Megan Thee Stallion. So
Now ask him.
let me see if I can
Ask
pull
Drake
this
who he
up.
talking about. I dare you. I'm still a Drake fan.
There's
Drake
a,
over Kendrick. Even though I really do like Kendrick, but I'm not going to sit there and act like I never really F with Drake. I say that all the time, but that's the truth.
Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
I want to see if I can pull this tweet up.
Morning, Chrissy from the UK. How you doing? I'm great. I'm just
There
doing
was
my
a
nails
tweet
and listening to
where
some tea.
I can't find it right now,
Good
but they
morning.
put it in evidence. There was a tweet where Megan Thee Stallion, MilaGro Grams had tweeted, "Is Megan Thee Stallion trying to deceive the courts again?"
Oh.
And Megan Thee Stallion says she feels like that's when, because they're trying to say that MilaGro said that Megan Thee Stallion perjured herself on the stand, and she's like lying and deceiving the courts and this, that, and the third. But Megan was like, yeah, I feel like she's talking about me. And she's saying that I lied and this and the third. But they're saying, well, how did she say courts? What if she means police? What if she means just in general, doctors, whatever, the court system, just the legal system as a whole? She's like, well, no, that's not what she's talking about. But to me, that's very interesting. You don't think that Drake is talking about you, but yet you can read through, you have no semantics for, you don't want to play the semantics game with when it comes to MilaGro. It's just very much so like, no, I know she was talking about me, but you don't know that Drake was talking about you. That's the part that kind of starts to get me.
It's given, honestly, between the Megan Thee Stallion, Megan the liar, Meg the horse, is giving that she's a little threatened by MilaGro. I feel like she feels like MilaGro and Tory Lanez have something intimate going on, you know what I mean? And they used to have something intimate going on. So I feel like it's a bit of jealousy. And yeah, because she ain't the only one talking about her, but yet she's the only one gunning for her and trying to make it seem like. I mean, I tuned into those motherfucking lies. I ain't gonna lie. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like towards the end, I did kind of get the sense of like you still talking about her. I ain't gonna lie. I did kind of get a little sense of that, and I'm talking about Millie. Towards the end, but in the same token, um, she was only reporting like it was an active trial, it was an active case. You know what I mean? So it's not like she was just thinking about her for no reason, and the whole segment wasn't about her. Like you had to go, like you had to fast forward, rewind, skip to find the part that she talking about that girl. You know what I'm saying? And Tori, and so they try to make it seem like, oh, for hours and hours she was talking. Like, no, that would be the headline. That's clickbait. You gotta search to find that story. But yeah. So now I think I'm just ready to I really don't want to do it because I made a mess out of this nail, and I just don't feel like putting as much energy as I put into this nail. So hopefully I don't make the same mistake twice. 'Cause it was my first time doing it this way. So let's see. Here. Okay. Look at me, entanglement every time. Okay. I guess I will need my goggles for this. Oh shit. Okay, I'll keep it here for now. But yeah, I just found that interesting because she really, I was a witness. Like, I'm the type of person that's going to fact check. I read the court documents myself. I've seen a lot of lies, a lot of gaslighting that Meg the Horse put out. And anybody that will believe it without doing their research, you could tell when people just really haven't looked and like really looked at the court documents, like really haven't paid attention. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell. You can tell because it's if you have, it's with your eyes closed. Like it's so obvious that girl is lying. Just saying. And it's so like that documentary she did on Amazon Prime, like that was some of the worst, like obviously bad acting, like that crocodile tears, the same tears she was doing on Gayle King. Like it's just like, really, you guys are believing this? You believe this horse? Like seriously? And then there's rumors going around like she really is a man. Now I don't know about all that, but I don't know about all that. I don't know. Just saying.
Because it's like, you can kind of think
Just
around
rumors.
the direct shade from Drake, but then with this MilaGro thing, it's like, there's no semantics that can be played there. She literally has to be talking up straight about you.
You say you
She's
surely
like, what are
take
you
good
trying
care of
to say?
yourself.
And he
I
said, I'm
try
asking you, do you know
when I can.
if she was talking about courts, or are you assuming? Megan said, the only court MilaGro talks about is the Tory Lanez case. So that's your assumption.
That's a lie. I
She
heard her
said,
talk
"That's what I
about other
believe."
court matters. That's what I believe. Not what you know.
MilaGro made it seem like, he had an unfair trial, and he insinuated that it was a botched investigation. So they kind of went in on that. Are you aware that Miss Cooper read all the police reports sat through the entire trial and had 2 notebooks. You weren't at the trial the entire time, right? No. So she's more likely to have better knowledge than you. I don't agree, Megan Thee Stallion. Just because someone is sitting
Thank
in
you for
court
that third like.
taking notes doesn't make it true. But this is her opinion that it was a botched investigation. Yes? Yes. Does MilaGro have to agree with you that the investigation was perfect? Does she have to agree?
Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, why is this a court matter? You entitled me.
And they said you want her to believe you, right? You want her to believe what you believe is true. And she said, I want her to believe the evidence.
Well, that's not up to you to decide, because her version of the evidence aligns with the fact that you lied. Simple as that. And that's exactly what she. If she believed the evidence and it doesn't align with you, but you can't be. This is crazy. This is like some of the worst forms I've ever had. Come on. Come again. Golly. Try this again.
Child. They also said, would you believe that there were non-credible witnesses at the trial? Because Kelsey wasn't credible.
Dang sure wasn't. Miss Immunity.
She said, well, Kelsey didn't tell the truth. They said, why can't you say Kelsey's not credible? Well, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm not going to use that word. I'm going to say she was untruthful. I need to look up the definition of a non-credible witness. She didn't want to say non-credible witness because that's what MilaGro had tweeted. So in this instance right there, for my interpretation, and this is why I started leaning towards a little bit of the MilaGro side, because outside of all the things that you felt like, she said negative about you, it feels like Megan Thee Stallion is upset and mad that MilaGro doesn't believe her and has a difference of opinion. And exactly because the way that MilaGro tells her opinion, but you want to sue her for her opinion.
No, it's because of Tori. She's jealous.
Like,
so
you can't sue me because I feel like it was a botched investigation.
She's a narcissist.
Since when? Is that a problem?
All it is.
Like, I feel like that was a botched investigation. So now I can't, and so people are like looking at me like I'm not going for that shit because now it's starting to get too muddy for me. Like now I can't even say like that investigation was botched to me, or now I gotta get sued. Hell no, I'm not going for that
at all. We're not standing for
I don't have to agree with you
at all.
Whether he shot you or whether he didn't, I can say I don't think all the facts were clear. I don't agree. I was at the courtroom. I looked at the evidence. I felt like there was some loopholes in the story. I'm not saying, I just don't agree. I feel like she lied. So I don't think that,
I'm not surprised.
It was a fair trial. I'm okay to say that.
See, and he wasn't saying that before. This is all I'm saying. Anybody that pays attention to the facts, to the evidence, will say that.
I have to agree with Megan Thee Stallion. Who are you?
Who are you, girl?
That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree. And I can say that I think the investigation was botched. And you're what? No. I didn't like that.
For good reason.
I didn't like that. I did not like that. Because it felt like you're mad at me because I don't agree. And now you're taking everything I say in reference to this case, even if it's my opinion, you're trying to use this to try to sue me. And in hindsight, well, I don't have a dog in the fight. This matters to me because I can say something and pose a question.
Mm-hmm. I just did something.
I ask questions on my Twitter. I ask questions on my. I start conversations. That's what we do.
But I'm here for the entertainment.
That's the difference between me and new media and like traditional reporters. Not only do we go get the scoop, but we give our opinions and we pose questions. We start conversations. This is why we're more subjected to going more viral, but we're also more subjected to more scrutiny because we're just not reporting the story. We're giving you our opinions on the stories too. We're giving you our thought process.
Mhm.
Reporters just tell you what happened. We
What they
give
think happened,
opinions
what
and
they're
stuff.
told
But
to
you're
tell
not
you
gonna
what
start suing me now for my damn opinion and me
Okay.
posing a question to my audience. Like, that's not cool. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
And he was right there.
Um,
And he wasn't talking like that before, so I think that's very telling.
so you don't know if everyone in the jury was 100% credible. No, so this is all MilaGro's opinion. Yes. But she's posting like it's facts. Okay.
Because it is facts,
But
and that's why you feel some type of way.
it was MilaGro's tweet, though. It was her opinion that the investigation would be botched, that, you know, Megan, you know, this, you know, this was about 20, you know, all this case showed was, hold on, let me see if I can find that 20 years tweet. Hold on. This was what the tweet was about. Hold on, let me see. Hopefully I have it. Dang, I cannot find that tweet.
That's just
But
how
it
I
was
felt
along
yesterday
the lines
looking
of,
for
you know, the
something.
investigation being botched and your son or your daughter can serve up to 20 years on a botched investigation, something along those lines. And it was her opinion, but Megan felt like she was taking it because she was facts. But it was just like, that's just how she talked, that's how she felt. Like, she felt like, girl, the investigation, they had non-credible witnesses. The investigation was botched because there was a lot of loopholes in it. And she felt like people was lying, and she felt like, you know, people can get sentenced to a long period of time in jail based off of these things. Megan Thee Stallion didn't like that. That she tweeted.
What else she didn't like? Who the F cares?
So,
She always
this is what MilaGro's lawyer asked him. So you want anyone and Miss Cooper to be charged for defamation for this type of tweet? She said, yes.
Girl.
But it's more than just a tweet. And that's when I was like, oh, wait, hold on. You want these people to be charged for defamation because they don't agree with you. And they had their own realization of the trial.
Who the
That-
freak do she think
absolutely
she
not.
is? Like,
Bullshit.
seriously.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, these celebrities have gotten way too ahead of themselves. So I can't have an opinion on the way that the case went. That's just like me saying, you know, all new, like MilaGro loses this case, all new media, you got to make sure that you got to kiss all these celebrities and people can be bought and paid for and biased as hell or whatever, and you can lose the case. And all of a sudden I should be sued? Because that was my opinion after sitting in the court and looking at it?
Okay.
Whether you agree with me or not, you can have your own opinion. I should be sued? Hell
right.
no.
And that's the big
Hell
fact. Like,
no.
the girl was in
Hell
court.
no.
Like, giving her, she took
Hell
some
no.
phenomenal
Hell no.
notes.
And I'm not going with it.
And that's
I'm not
why
going
she was
out.
threatened by her.
A lot of
because that girl
journalists
was coming with straight
will
facts.
probably agree. But you got to understand, they have a bias and they don't want us in the space. So when you read the write-ups, you're probably going to read a different energy. But this doesn't affect it because they're protected. So that's why a lot of them don't want us to be protected under the media protections, which MilaGro is fighting for right now. Right now, we're just sitting ducks in some states. You get what I'm saying? So, but as a content creator, as a storyteller, as a commentator, as an opinion giver, as a question asker,
As an
bitch, you're not suing me because I don't agree. I'm not rooting for that. I'm not rooting for that. You're not suing me because I'm posing a question. I'm not rooting for that. I just can't.
I just can't.
I should be sued for defamation for questioning the outcome of a case? No. No, 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 no. I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't like that. Somebody said people want facts, not opinions. Go read the news article. Like, don't like. Go.
Don't come
read
to
a
Chrissy's
newspaper.
Unpopular Opinions if you don't want.
Go watch.
Chrissy's
You know what I mean?
Unpopular
Like,
Opinion.
some of our stuff is based in opinions, facts, commentary. If you just want strictly like fact-based like report, just go read a report. Don't come and watch a talk show. Don't listen to a radio show. Don't listen to a podcast based on opinions, thoughts, and questions and commentary. Like I don't understand. Like that's crazy.
I can't wait
So
to see.
so now MilaGro. Well, she said it's more than that. It's because of the deep fake video. It's just all the things that MilaGro has done. But essentially, what I've gathered from Megan Thee Stallion, you are upset. You don't like her. You're upset that she don't agree with you. You're upset that her tweets get some traction, and she has people that also follow her that don't believe you, and you want her to shut the fuck up. Period. And you were able to hook her on the deep fake. Now, MilaGro takes the stand for her side. They removed Megan Thee Stallion. We go to lunch. There were some more questions. Megan's gonna actually take the stand again tomorrow because there were some more questions that he wanted to ask her. They just weren't able to admit everything was evidence. That was the crux of it. Okay. They brought MilaGro on the stand. MilaGro did a great job with her team. So basically, what they did here, and I want you to follow me. What they did here, they were establishing where MilaGro came from, her upbringing, why she is who she is, and all of that. So they did a good job by talking about how, where her upbringing was from, how, you know, her mom went to school for journalism, pretty much failed because she got caught up on drugs in the nightlife, ended up staying with her grandmother.
I know.
Her childhood was okay, Christmas and stuff were good, but her grandmother ruled with tough love. So if they wouldn't put the forks up the right way, the grandmother would throw all the forks on the floor and say, "Get this mother shit up, you stupid mother. You stupid. Get the forks up, you."
Yeah, I don't talk to my
Some of
kids
not
like
like literally like that, but
curse
something
on
a little
kids.
like that.
Ever.
And then she said, you know, if she would sleep in too late, you know, she had to go to school.
Believe
The
it.
grandmother would come off the bunk beds and rip the covers off her and say, "Get your mother. So you gotta get the fuck up the." You know what I mean? So that's how. But she would say it with love. She said she wouldn't get a lot of hugs and affection as kids. It was mother. You got a roof over your head. That's love. Does that make sense? You got somewhere to sleep at night, bitch. I love you. That's what that's given. So, essentially, she was saying that it was rough. Okay? Now,
I want to get these things in my
that goes into the language of her show. She said her show is the foundation of her upbringing. It started out as a hobby when she was back in 2017, 2018. She was on Love and Hip Hop Review. She was doing a bunch of views. And then she started being more serious with it, right? But I think that they were speaking to the fact that because they kept playing these audios where she would be super ghetto. You know, MilaGro's ghetto. Nigga girl, she rashes on the thing. But you needed to understand, like, where is this coming from? Is this an act? or is this really, are you a ratchet ass? But MilaGro speaks so clearly and so,
Articulate. She's smart as F.
she articulates so well.
That's why I F with her. I F with smart people. You understand?
You would believe that, oh my God, this is the character, and that's what she said. And I believe it, and it's because I know her too. But it's more like she kind of has this homegirl down to earth. We playing spades in the back. You know what I mean? We from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk to my people. You know what I mean? Shooting dice and food and playing a food stamp. And nigga, what? And fuck that bitch. I think she should clean that up. But that's what her people like. They smoke black and mild, you know what I'm saying, and roll up a blunt, and sit slow. Hey, that's what she likes, but and I get it. She said that's part of her upbringing. And so she said she always has to be proper and clean and clear, like through school. The fact that she has daughters, she goes to, the meetings. She always has to be professional and clean. She wanted a place where she could just sit back and just be
yourself. I get it. Like, that's why I'm a MilaGro.
That was kind of establishing the way that she talked, because that's kind of one of the counts. Like, how is she talking reckless about Megan Thee Stallion and using this vulgar language and cursing? So it kind of sounds like, well, girl, that's a part of my show. That's just that's the style of my delivery. It's a performance element. So I think they did a good job by showing that there. And then they went into her trademark. So she has an LLC, and she has 2 trademarks for MilaGro Grams and Live Radio. And it shows that it's for entertaining purposes, all the little legal stuff, blah, 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 blah. So now they're starting to establish, this is why the judge, in my mind, started viewing her differently. Because she's ghetto as shit, but yet she's got 2 trademarks registered for entertainer, commentary, stuff like that. She's got her LLC. Then they started to show a DM where the Shade Room reached out to her in 2019 and offered her a collaborative deal with the Shade Room and Spotify. They also pulled up the on-site radio show that she did with Raleigh. They pulled up the HBO special. Now, I don't know if she lied or not, but they asked her, did they call her a reporter on there? She said reporter, I don't remember. You guys can go back and see. So she talked about how she had a contract with Station Hand. And Tory Lanez didn't give her that contract. Tory Lanez's family didn't give her a contract. She had the contract before that. HBO documentary 5 Shots, of course I was in that. She said she spent about $10,000 on equipment. She said her modem itself is $3,000, so that she can stream all over the platform. What she would do on Station Head, because she was contracted for them, she would do the show there, but then she would give a visual on other platforms because Station Head doesn't have the visual. So what she's doing here now is establishing that I'm media. Are you guys catching it? So they're walking her through to show the Shade Room. Boom. They wanted you to do a Spotify deal. Boom. Here's your trademarks. Here's your LLC. Here's your HBO. Here's your best. So you are actually media. Here's how much you spent on equipment. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, this is media. You think flying out to like this shit is not cheap. My cameras and soundboards and all this stuff. We are media.
Have a good night, Chris.
Real media. I don't know what you call it. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on stuff.
Off to now.
This is media. I don't just go with a notebook and a laptop. It's a real production here.
Okay. Where the freak did it pop off to?
So
what?
They tried to get rid of the deep fake. The deep fake is not going to get put out. They tried to motion for the deep fake to get put out. That didn't get put out, right?
So she's getting charged or something.
So then after that, they did something so great. They talked about MilaGro and how she runs her show. Started from the beginning to the end. And I was trying to figure out where they're going with this. They first started with the disclaimer showing that the views and opinions and this and that and third, you guys know the disclaimer is like, all right, it's for entertainment purposes, blah, 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 blah. Boom. And actually, it's like, all right, girl, you set your stuff up. She really set her stuff up good. All content creators, like, honestly, this is journalism school 101 sitting in these court cases. I'm literally learning, like, okay, I need to set my stuff up like this. I'm learning some shit from her, okay? So,
All right, I don't know where it's at.
I didn't know where they was going with this video. Megan Thee Stallion was not mentioned in the header or the thumbnail. And MilaGro does a thing where she kind of lists what you're going to talk about, what she's going to talk about. Megan Thee Stallion was not in the bullet points of the topics for that day. However, Megan Thee Stallion did become a topic in the video. So they started off and asked her, well, how do you break up your show?
If you ain't never
She said,
listened
well,
to
we start with like some serious
Grams,
news.
you have to give her
And
a
then we
try.
may get into,
She is
you
very
know,
articulate,
some music stuff.
highly
We may get
educated,
into,
a
you know,
super
some other
dope
stuff, and then we
note
may get
taker.
into, boom, you know,
Can't
some
do nothing
celebrity
but
news,
say, I don't know
entertainment stuff.
It done popped off too. I don't see anything.
And so they started off with her getting into a news article. Then she was getting into some stuff with like Africa and Tiffany Haddish and just a variety. They showed her get into a variety of different things. This was a 2-hour show. Then Megan Thee Stallion came up.
Yeah, because that was a lie.
Because there was a tweet about
I just said
Beat
that,
King
how she was talking about,
and
oh,
Megan
she
Thee
was talking about
Stallion.
me for 2
Let me see if I can find that.
hours. That is not true. What a freak.
Hold on.
Right. I might have to improvise.
Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so boom. So this came up. This is important. So you see that? So she was talking about this.
I can't see.
She was talking about this. Right? In her show. So that's how B King came up because, you know, apparently, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, B King felt like he don't like Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody kept saying, well, why don't B King and Megan Thee Stallion do work together? Right? And so she was basically saying that, you know, Megan Thee Stallion is a two-faced SB, but Megan Thee Stallion is justified in not wanting to work with B King if she feels that way. This is on the audio. It's important because, let me show you. Hold on. Hold on.
I need that.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay, boom. Remember,
Oh my God, that girl
this
big.
is important because apparently this is what B King, he had posted this picture of Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't
being
know.
hella
That
big
might
next
be
to a
man.
Right? Now, last week, Megan's team started here with this picture and the audio of MilaGro saying, you see how big that B is? You see how big she is? And y'all think I'm gonna fight her? That's a big old B. I thought I had to throw a card. I'm not gonna fight that big motherfucker. You see how big that big? That's a big ass hoe, but you know what? It is what it is. But the point is, I'm glad MilaGro got on the stand today and it kind of changed my perception because what Megan's team was doing, they were cropping.
Exactly.
They were cropping shit.
Like somebody stupid.
Because the full context was, MilaGro didn't just pull Megan Thee Stallion up and just start dragging her about being big
I knew
and
that
tall.
was a lie when I heard it.
She referenced the fact that this is why Beat King and Megan Thee Stallion would never have a collaboration because Beat King actually was the topic along with Megan Thee Stallion. This is why they won't have a collaboration because he posted this picture. Then MilaGro's fans were just kind of making fun. of Megan being tall. So, Megan was like, MilaGro was just talking shit, being funny, more comedic. But what's even more interesting is that came up, and about 1 hour and 40 or 30 minutes into the show, and that topic lasted 10 minutes.
Exactly.
And she moved on to Offset. So the point is, she was not in the thumbnail. She was not in the title. She didn't just jump on there and start dragging.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I watched and
she stood on it for 10 minutes, and you didn't notice that wasn't going to come up in the video. So a person would have to have
like
sit and
that,
watch
unless it was like
hour and
during
30
the
minutes to even
actual
find that
trial.
clip. So that's important because Megan's team used that clip and audio and picture in an attempt to make it seem like MilaGro would just viciously attack Megan Thee Stallion out of nowhere. They didn't give any context to how the clip got there. They just went straight to the jokes. They just went straight to the roasting and the gagging. And it made it just feel like these were a bunch of unwarranted attacks on MilaGro without giving any backstory. So today, a lot of what they did was they opened up the thread. When I mean opened up the thread, meaning let's watch the beginning, the middle, and the end to see how we got here. Instead of looking at a piece of the text message, let's open up and look at how the text message started and how it ended. Megan's team did a great job of trying to manipulate the jury because they would find what they wanted to see and they would crop it and they show that as like harassment. But then if you open it up a little bit, you'll be like, oh wait, there's more context here. There's a little bit more context here. So this wasn't just blatantly this woman was out here just attacking this girl every day. And then it was like, girl, this was within an hour. This was a 2-hour show. She talked about it for 10 minutes and then moved on. So I thought that was very interesting because they used this audio last week in an attempt to make it look like MilaGro was just bashing her when there was a whole streamline of story that how that picture even got into the stream. MilaGro didn't just wake up and be like, oh, girl, I'm going to just start trashing Megan Thee Stallion. Girl, well, I would have put that picture up too if we would have roasted and gagged her and kiki. That's what we do. Y'all know that. It wasn't just like, oh, everybody just looks roasting gag Megan right now. Like, it was like, girl, be key, post that picture of her. It's a key. She looks big deal. The girl started keying. All right, girl, and on to the next. Boom. Come on. You're not suing me because of that. You're not. You're not suing me because of that. Kiss my ass.
This is a lot of work.
They were like, so what was you saying about, when you were saying those things about how big she was and you were this, that, they were like saying, and she was like, well, honestly, I'm like 5'1", and she's like 6 feet. I think at that time she was like 230 pounds. I'm like rugged. Like I think it was like she's over 200 pounds. I was just saying, she's big. I can't physically take her. That would be ridiculous. I would never want to fight her. As she said on the stand today.
I don't know.
I said a much better day for MilaGro today. Then they got into the station head. MilaGro Rams apparently made they said that he apparently made hold on. They said she apparently made $6,300 on her contract. That was a cute contract. And $1,000 on her Discord. Right? But she lost that. They fired her because of the Megan Thee Stallion.
Counter to.
So she lost that money. You guys know I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I know what that's like when these girls are trying to start to feel bad. I don't like that. I'm not gonna be here rooting for these celebrities, and I'm on the side of new media because, girl, why are you crawling around? Why are you getting me fired? You know, I'm very triggered by that. That triggers me. Um, so she lost her job. She lost her job. Um, and so they were painting the picture of the fact that, girl, I got no benefit from being on Team Tory Lanez. Actually, I lost my job, and I lost a lot of followers, and I've been dragged, and shit, I'm getting sued.
Okay.
They said, do you have a cold like followers? She said no, she definitely do. That's a lie.
Mm.
She lied there, but I'm okay with it, girl. You lied, but you know you got a cold. You know, girl, they be lying with you, and y'all was doxing and all of that. You didn't do that. Lie. The devil is a lie. But just girl, you lie on that one. Because, yeah. Well, you do. You definitely lied on that one. You lied on that one, boo. Hold on. Then they asked, does she feel like other people, you know, in her field do the same thing? You know, and like how she, you know, she talked about, you know, Nick at Night, how Nick at Night, you know, they had talked before. I forgot how Nick at Night actually came up, but it was just more like, you know, all of us kind of go through different things, but then we have a report and we're cool. Because, like, basically, a lot of creators do what MilaGro do. We were similar to each other, but she talked about how her and Nick and I got into it at one point, but then they were cool. Everybody went to lunch and everything pieced up. I forgot exactly how Nick and I got involved, but it was in conjunction to, like, you know, some of her peers. Because they asked, like, do her peers respect her that do the same thing, like other content creators like us? And I think she mentioned, like, Nick and I. You know, they were able to come to a place and agree to disagree and be cool and stuff like that. So, boom. So she threw me a shout out on the stand today. Then she went and got into, so what is the issue with Megan Thee Stallion? She pretty was like, Megan Thee Stallion is a self-admitted liar.
Okay. Let's talk that.
Okay. And the courts mean it could be police, hospital staff, things like that. How did you get your info? I will get my info from MSNBC, police reports, CBS, TMZ.
Police reports, hello.
So she would get her, they were just trying to say, like, okay, where are you getting your information? How are you reporting? Did you defame her? Emilio Garcia, the guy that was suing Megan Thee Stallion for, you know, I guess penetrating her friend while he was in the car with her, that got brought up. They talked about that. She lied about Gayle King. They talked about that. She lied about the Megan and Kylie Jenner fight. Megan said there was no issue with that, but then Kylie Jenner actually put her ass out with the 6 security guards and told her, get them out. She didn't. So MilaGro basically said, Megan has lied about a lot of things, and this is why I came with my opinion.
And I feel the same
in my conclusion that I'm okay to have. Now, I don't agree, but she should still be able to have her thoughts. I said MilaGro was running it all down. She had went in for a minute talking to people. Self-admitted lies. She lied on Gayle King. She lied on this. She lied on that. She lied to the TV. She lied to the press. She lied to the doctors. She lied to the damn dentist. She lied to the hospital staff. She lied to the police. She lied about the fight with Kelly. She lied about.
She could be
she
a
lied on the
lawyer for
TMZ.
real.
She lied about the fight with
Kelsey.
Kylie Jenner. I mean, she was just running it down. I'm like, well, shit, I couldn't write it all down fast enough. Tell me she lied without telling me she lied. Well, did she lie? Or did she lie?
She lied.
Yeah. So, hold on. Okay, so another thing that I thought was interesting, they pulled up some tea where, I guess MilaGro was supposed to do an interview with some star.
Look how thick
And,
this is. I gotta get it flat.
but the thing is, MilaGro tweeted some star and was like, okay, let's not do the interview tomorrow because Megan Thee Stallion is going to be dropping this music video. And I don't want it to come across as a slight to her because, you know, it's just I don't want it to get too messy. So they also showed where she was like trying to be cognizant of things being messy in regards to Megan and Tori and stuff. So they were trying to establish a boundary. Like, she's not all like spiteful stuff.
Exactly.
Then we got to the deep fake. I was like, how are they going to do this deep fake? How are they going to do the deep fake? So for me, when we got to the deep fake video, for me, I was like, okay, I was seated for this. So what happened with the deep fake video, they were trying to establish that, I think that MilaGro thought that it was really Megan Thee Stallion, but she didn't post it with malicious intent to attack her. Now, it can go a couple ways, because you kind of know what you're doing, but at the same time, it wasn't like, posted it and go to my life, shady. At least the way that they presented it, they did a good job by kind of like, oh, well, it wasn't just so much like a go to my life, shady tag. So they played the station head. This is what Megan's team never did. MilaGro's team took us through the day of the deep fake. So MilaGro was on her show, on her show. Then she started gagging. Like, what? Then they was like, oh, it's the video of Megan Thee Stallion. So she's over here trying to find the video. Then they play where she gagged. She says, oh my God. Is this real? This better not be real. This gotta be AI. Like, what is this? So they play it like she's shocked, she's confused, and she's literally like, you know what? You should sue whoever created this video or someone that's just promoting it. But she wasn't showing it on her page. She was just looking at the video. She was describing what the video looked like. And then I think she liked it for her audience, and I think she was like, go to my likes if y'all want to see the video. I don't know. To me, her natural reaction, and y'all might call me biased, but I just feel like her natural reaction didn't feel like malicious posting.
No, it wasn't.
Was it still stupid to like? Yes. That probably was like not the best in the moment thing to do.
Anybody in her position
probably
probably
wasn't
would have
thinking
done
about
it.
it. She probably was like, I really don't like men, but girl, this is tea, and it's celebrity note, and it looks real. It's like, oh my God, but I'm not gonna post it, but I'm gonna like you, so the girls that haven't seen it, y'all can go see it there for the people that just want to get the update. I don't know. They could still probably get her on that, but they cleaned it up a little bit for me. They honestly did, because they played how it came about and how she found out about the video. Thank God she found out on air like that, and it just didn't appear. And then she was just like, sweetie, go to my life. She found out on air, so that was great that we were able to hear that, because she had a natural reaction to the video. She was gagging.
And
like,
this is why I love.
That's like somebody right now showing me, tell me
perspectives.
it's such and such a naked video. I will be gagging right now. And I'd be like, bro, y'all just think, go to my likes real quick. And I'm just go to my likes, because everybody asked me for the video. Like,
Exactly.
I just feel like this blends like content creator, new media, with a little bit I don't fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's both things.
And you
It's
acting like
both
X
things
and
there.
again. That's what it
Because
is.
it's like that's how we communicate. This is part of our community. There's been many times that I've been like, okay, girl, go to my page. I'm tweeting it right now. Everybody on like, go to my Twitter right now, or I'm liking right now because girl, there's a lot going on. So it's easy to get flipped up into that. You get what I'm saying? Without even just being like,
Exactly.
oh girl, let me go find this deepfake video and post it of her naked. Like it didn't feel like that. It did not feel like that. It didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like that. But she still shouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? But she's learned. So they might get her on that still. She still shouldn't have done it.
I think it was innocent. I don't think.
But she probably will never do that again.
Yeah.
Then the group chat thing, she explained that was just a group chat with her friends, whoever, nigga Shore. She explained that, you know, it was pretty much like a play off of Jersey Shore. And her friends, they called it the Shore, and it was just a chat with all her friends. And honestly, that's the 20,000 messages. But in the court, they were putting out 20,000 deleted texts, and you know damn well them 20,000 deleted texts was not about Tory Lanez and it wasn't to Tory Lanez and Daystar. I mean, in Sunstar. And if they were, why you didn't subpoena them other people's phones? But it was just like to throw off the jury, like, oh, it's 20,000 texts, but it clearly looked like a group chat with her homies. I don't know if she just renamed it that for the screenshot to delete it, but I don't know if I feel like that text thread had anything to do with Tory Lanez or this case. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but I just feel like, girl, it didn't get that.
This stuff is getting in my hair.
Because they're saying, because the thing is, Sunstar, they had 4 deleted texts. Nigga Shore was 20,000 deleted texts. My thing is, especially when we're talking about, like, coming from that Diddy trial, if you're looking for a paper trail and you got forensics involved, you're going to bring in forensic accounting, forensic phone people. Like, they had records and American Express records, bank records. They saw the money coming in for the payment. You're not going to stop at MilaGro's phone if you're really trying to get payment records. The thing is this, guys, whether you want to agree with it or not, there's literally no smoking gun here of the defamation and of her getting paid. There's no smoking gun of her working with Tory Lanez. I mean, you can look at it and you know, be like, okay, well, I see that they cool. Like, this is ultimately going to be up to the jury and how they are perceiving the different sides. But there is no smoking gun here. It's just not one. It's just all going to boil down to perception. It's no shade. It's no shade. There's no, bam, I got you, except the deep fake. I mean, that's the biggest gun they got. But like I said before, if they grant this whole media, they're going to gag on that defamation. And I feel like that judge was going to do it today. That's why Megan's team was like, oh, no, Judge. We'll write something up on the verdict sheet, and we'll throw it up in the air and take our chances with the jury classifying her as media or not. Because if the judge would have classified MilaGro as media today, that defamation count would have been gone, boo. Lady Girls would have been crying in the corner.
Would have been gone, boo.
So, then they went into the gag order, how Megan Thee Stallion kind of violated the gag order. I'm not really sure what happened with that. It don't really seem like much really happened with that. So, I kind of just moved on past that because I don't really want to talk to that because I really don't know what happened with that. They asked her, Has she doxed anybody? No. They asked her, was she selling child? And she said, absolutely not. She talked about the um, the gay man, that no King Noir guy. She talked about him. She pretty much said that he got upset because his boyfriend in the chat outed him, and MilaGro went and lied and said that he wasn't gay. And then
I remember that.
he had got upset with her and was saying that that's not a friend, and he started talking real reckless and crazy. After she got him the job from on site, she went to Raleigh and got him fired, and she went to Station Head and got his episode taken down. So she pulled a nasty trick. So MilaGro, so that's why he hates her. She got him fired from on site. She said he's a 40-year-old actor that never happened. He was in the closet as a gay man. He got outed. She didn't stand up for him and say that he wasn't gay. And then he talked recklessly and crazy to her. And so she got him fired and didn't want to do the show with him. And so ultimately, like, he is pissed. So he has a reason that he's going against her. So that's why he's upset, is what she said. At least she admitted that she got him fired. She admitted she got him fired, child. Child, this is some crazy shit, too. They asked her how the hell did she find Megan Thee Stallion's address with T. Paris. She said that she looked at Megan Thee Stallion, went to vote, registered to vote, whether it was last year or this year, I can't forget, whatever year it was, and she looked at the little sticker on what city she was voting in, or what city and state, and then looked up Megan Thee Stallion's information on the voters registration, voters.org, and found the house address that she used to vote. I'm like, girl, you did do some doxing and stalking on the address. Because everybody in the court was like, bro, she did what? I think I even said, this bitch is crazy. How you look at the picture and just start digging up where I live? But you're crazy.
It's not crazy. That's just, an analyst.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know where all my enemies live. Every last one of them.
Now, this is where it got interesting.
Top tier analyst over here. Okay.
Interesting for me. At least I'll
Senior
say.
operations.
They start talking about united people, because now they want to. Now what's happening now is, let's have a seat. Let's have a introduction. Here we go. So now what's happening is they're about to set the financial precedence up. If MilaGro is being paid by Tory Lanez, let's walk through how she is getting through this case. So apparently we all know the United People story. Caesar McDowell, whatever, was supposed to be working with MilaGro Graham. Okay? He was doing it pro bono. Okay? She paid him a retainer. I think she had raised $18,000 in a slight GoFundMe. She gave Caesar $11,000, and Caesar was supposed to find the lawyer. So Caesar is the middleman, basically the hustler, that partners you up with a lawyer. Caesar took the $11,000 and gave the lawyer $7,000. The lawyer started getting frustrated because he wasn't getting all his money. Caesar told MilaGro Graham was shithole. This is costing too much. I can't help you. I don't know what to do. You gonna have to figure this shit out on your own, boo.
What happened?
It's costing too much to keep filing and filing. I don't got it like that. I can't help you no more. But
What happened? Because I was wondering.
here we go. So now what's happening is they're about to set the financial precedence up. If MilaGro is getting paid by Tory Lanez, let's walk through how she is getting through this case. So apparently we all know the United People story. Caesar McDowell, whatever, was supposed to be working with MilaGro Graham. Okay? He was doing it pro bono. Okay? She paid him a retainer. I think she had raised $18,000 in like a slight GoFundMe. She gave Caesar $11,000. Caesar was supposed to find the lawyer. So Caesar is the middleman, basically the hustler, that partners you up with a lawyer. Caesar took the $11,000 and gave the lawyer $7,000. The lawyer started getting frustrated because he wasn't getting all his money. Caesar told MilaGro Grams was shithole. This is costing too much. I can't help you. I don't know what to do. You gonna have to figure this shit out on your own, boo. It's costing too much to keep filing and filing. I don't got it like that. I can't help you no more. Look around, took the money. The man ended up, she raised some more money, I think, got with the man again, but then the lawyer said, you know what, I'm just gonna pull out of the case because I don't trust Caesar. I don't want to work with Caesar. This is too messy. I'm not gonna get my money. I'm not getting it on time. I don't want to deal with you or him. And after he pulled out, Caesar then pulled out and told MilaGro, this shit costs too much. So she lost Caesar and that man.
Wow.
Then she said she found another lawyer that was a black lady, but the black lady every other day needed another fee. She gave her a $5,000 retainer, but then the black lady always wanted to, if they got a forensics, we need a forensics. They got a forensics, so everything every other month was a fee. And eventually MilaGro had fired her because she just was costing too damn much. Okay, that was Rhonda Dixon. Around that time, Station had fired her. Okay? MilaGro Graham said she has a currently negative $10,000 in her bank account. In credit card debt or something like that because she has to go and feed the kids. She ain't got no money right now. She's dead ass broke. They said, when did you get your lawyer, Jeremy McClellan? She just got him in July. I don't know these other two ladies, but I said the lady with the braids, she just got her the week before last. Friday, not last Friday, but the Friday the week of the trial. Or the one before the week of the trial. And then the other lady that was talking, there's three lawyers, she just got her 2 weeks ago. Okay? They said, did Caesar pay for any of your lawyer fees? Nothing. Did Sunstar pay your lawyer fees? Nothing. Tony, Tori, Tori or his dad, are they paying us to represent you? She got 3 lawyers that she has to bring on. I didn't know that they're all separate. Yeah, so those 3 lawyers are all separate. That makes sense then. I was like, okay. So I guess that's all separate fees. Well, or maybe they're not. I don't know. Well, they all just came on to no, I feel like they all work together. But then I don't know how they get paid. Anyway, long story short, she ain't got no money. But what I think about what's funny is, well, why didn't you get to how much y'all getting paid? Let's get into what your fee is, boo. What's your fee? How much are you ringing her up for? Okay? They didn't really get into all that, though. I get it. They didn't really get into all that. I guess I wouldn't either. So, yes. And so, then we get into the part of examination. I will tell you this, though. Hold on. What's the, right there on one of these papers? I have something down today. But I was like, bro, I gotta remember this. I don't think, it might be over here. Hold on. Oh, that was
Finally
about
done with that.
the new media thing. I'm so excited to see how that goes. So anyway, the main lawyer, I don't know his name, but the main lawyer on Megan Thee Stallion's side team, he's the older guy, the older white guy. They woke his ass up today. He was objecting and fighting and getting his thing. That nigga was asleep all week last week. Okay, because they felt like they had won that case, but today they had put some fire under his ass. And so he had came back and battled. Did you make friends with Tory Lanez during the case? Did you receive any funds? He even told her that, MilaGro, you were trying to get a message to Kelsey to be at your station head. Oh, he was in there reaching today. He was reaching. She was like, no, I was not. I was doing a show. So that's just like, you know how I'm doing my show and I'm doing this, and I'm talking about the trial. This, he would consider this trying to send a message to MilaGro Graham how to get on the stand and, you know, do the case. She's like, I'm doing my damn show. I'm not sending no message to Kelsey. I could just talk to her. But the thing is, he's trying to discredit her as being media. He played all these clips where she was saying that y'all mad, like a lot of y'all hate me because, you know, she's pretty much getting opportunities, or she has proximity to Tory Lanez, and, you know, she never claimed to be a journalist, and she ain't no reporter, and, you know, well, I guess I ain't no reporter anyway, so don't hold me to that standard. Now, I'd be curious to hear how that whole clip landed, because it could sound like she was being sarcastic, because it could be like, okay, well, y'all always claim that I'm not a journalist, so leave me alone, since I'm a journalist anyway. But and now that I know what I know from Megan's team, they cropped it so the punchline can be, I ain't no fucking journalist anyway. I know now, because they're fighting to see if she's gonna get considered to be media, to get the media protection. But what I learned about Megan's team is, girl, you gotta ask them to open up that parameter real quick so we can see how we got there. Because they'll crop it right to the bullshit. I ain't no motherfucking journalist anyway. Like, and that's all you hear. And of course, everybody's gonna be like, ooh, wow, she claiming she ain't no journalist. Because then he even came back and was like, so are you gonna still be asking the judge to grant you media protections after you've been stating you ain't a journalist, you ain't a reporter? And I think that you know that that's not true, that, you know, HBO called you a reporter. I don't think that they did. But so I don't really trust what they be saying, because they be cropping it to what they need. So I don't know. I think she was trending at number 10 on Station Head when she on Twitter when she got sued. It was her name, right? And he was like, yeah, so what, you had thousands of your followers, 27,000 of your followers, and they were watching and like this, and they were listening, and he was just, she's like, no, this is on Twitter. This is on Twitter. I was trending on there. Like, he was just like reaching me. She's like, what are you talking about?
What a day in college football. This is the playoff. Nothing here will be easy. There will be comebacks, and upsets, dynasties, and dark horses. So lean in, flip out, and strap in for some campus chaos. 12 teams, one epic finish. This is the wild world of college football. The CFP begins to...
For over 40 years, Exmark has built the world's finest mowers, providing you with legendary quality of cut, dependability you can measure in lifetimes, and an operator experience like none other. Because Exmark believes if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Save big on Radius mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and attractive financing going on now.
This is Twitter, like, no one, I'm not broadcasting. I was trending because people were dragging me for getting sued. But he was trying to make it seem like she was trending for doing some work for Tory Lanez. in broadcasting. It was like, I'm like, this kid is really reaching. Oh, because she was like, then she was like, ain't shit changed. But ain't nobody going to jail. I'm still gonna talk my and I'm still gonna live life. So he played that audio because she was talking about how she got sued, but ain't nothing really changed and she's still gonna do her thing. And he was like, so let's talk about that, how you said you're still gonna do the same thing that you done to Megan. She's like, that's not what I meant. It meant more like, no matter how this thing go, I'm not going to jail, so I'll be all right. But I can still do my show. I've been doing my show. But he was trying to make it seem like I'm still going to talk about that B regardless. But yeah, I'm still going to, like, girl, he was really trying. He was really trying. They were going back and forth for a while. You said that Megan lied under oath. He said no. She said no, I posed the question. You were wanting your people to pretty much, so he said you want people to sit around while you're posing a question? Is that the dream? Is that the draw? Like, so you want, because he was like, that's the draw. Like, what's the draw? Like, bashing Megan Thee Stallion and, like, posing questions? And Malak was like, no, I'm the draw. Girl, she didn't hate that.
What happened? What was it? What she said? It's almost done too.
It was like, so let's talk about that, how you said you're still going to do the same thing that you done to Megan. She's like, that's not what I meant. It meant more like, no matter how this thing goes, I'm not going to jail, so I'll be all right. But I can still do my show. I've been doing my show. But he was trying to make it seem like I'm still going to talk about that B regardless. But yeah, I'm still going to, like, girl, he was really trying. He was really trying. They were going back and forth for a while. You said that Megan lied under oath. He said no. She said no, I posed the question. You were wanting your people to pretty much, so he said you want people to sit around while you're posing a question? Is that the dream? Is that the draw? Like, so you want, because he was like, that's the draw. Like, what's the draw? Like, bashing Megan Thee Stallion and, like, posing questions? And Malak was like, no, I'm the draw. I was like, oh, she didn't hate that.
Okay.
I'm
done with that. I'm done with it. I'm over it.
Then he started dragging her. Do you have any proofs or facts that Megan Thee Stallion's a liar? This is what MilaGro
a lot of
lawyer should have been doing. Do you have any proof and facts that she's a liar? You said that Daystar didn't give you a single dime. But you testified that there was a sale. I don't know if, or was it Sunstar, one of them star niggas. MilaGro was then saying she thinks that Megan is the proof. She said, you think the jury convicted Tory Lanez because... Oh, because she was saying that it was the holidays, there was a lot going on. It was kind of like people were trying to, they only deliberated for 2 days. And he said, you think that Tory Lanez, there's a jury convicted Tory Lanez because Christmas was coming? Essentially, she was like, girl, it just was moving too fast. They didn't have all the details. She kind of was saying the integrity of the trial was a little bit corrupt and things like that. She kept talking about that. And then he was like, you keep talking about, black people, and then, because she kept saying, black people and going through court cases and just different things that black people deal with. And essentially, he kept saying, like, you keep trying to make this about black people and courts being corrupt. He's like, I'm tired of hearing about that. Like, let's get to the real issue at hand here. And she goes, I'm so sorry that you're tired of hearing about black people issues today. She started hearing All right, if you get into it. Then they started playing these videos where she was in, he was 800 feet away from the bitch fucking, he was 1,000 feet from the bitch. And as we being related, and it's like, so she just talking all kind of shit about Meg Thee Stallion. She was bragging about how she had got the exclusive from Daystar and how she was going to read that exclusive out to everybody like a book. He said, so you're just selling free Tory on your platform, right? You're just selling free Tory, ain't you just selling it? I think they had posted a picture. I couldn't really see it. They didn't put it into evidence because her lawyer objected immediately. But I think it was a picture with a note on it that said, fuck you, Megan, with MilaGro. I'm like, that's probably the best.
Now, where's my...
I'm like, they get that in there, but thing is, cause why you got a sticky note or something that says, fuck you, Megan? Like, she's like, what the fuck are you?
It's gonna piss me off. Where the fuck?
I'm like, is that safe? Cute, Meg? With her face on it? Like, she got a note hanging up there. Fuck you, Meg. He said, but they didn't show it on the big screen. I could see it on the back of the computer.
Oh, it fell.
They did not want that to get into evidence. That nigga was trying to put that up there, though. What? I don't know what it said. Maybe I'm being dramatic. Oh, God. That's so funny.
Okay, so...
They said, you have no evidence that Megan didn't get shot. They were basically trying to say, you're not a journalist. You're not a journalist. Like, Tory shot Megan. You lied out and you put out gossip. She said, I didn't lie. I posed the question. They said, do you talk to your kids about what you do? Objection. He said, well, wait. Well, how old are your kids? They're 12, 13. She said her kids don't have social media. So she said she's proud of what she does. Eventually she'll tell her kids, but right now she's just not. Then there was a DM with Tori's number. Tori said he wanted to talk to her. And it was funny because it was December 13, 2022. And she was like, yeah, that's his number. This goes to show you how much I did talk to him. Bitch, you got his number during the trial. Then she was basically saying no one has been able to prove that Tori's offered me $1 million.
Thanks.
He kept saying you were helping Tory Lanez when you were working with Tory Lanez. She also talked about when she went to Miami. She went to Miami twice. She went to dinner. She said, I went to dinner with them, but girl, it was the same day, just different wigs. Okay? I had a daytime wig and a dinner wig. Mixed red. She said, I cannot be bought for any price, let alone a measly $3,000. She said, I've been blacklisted. She also threw shade at Megan Cuniff. She said, she didn't say Megan Cuniff, but I knew who she was talking about. She said, listen, she could have went the other way, and she could have been a celebrity for it. She said, especially if she would have leaned into it like other reporters did, and they capitalized off of it for the fame. That was a Megan Cuniff slide. I didn't benefit anything. He kept trying to make it seem like she was trying to send a message to Kelsey. That was so crazy too. I said he's grasping for straws. Because I think there was a message where Sunstar had tweeted and told MilaGro to call him or he wanted to talk to her. It was something like that, right? And it was some emojis. It was a heart, purple heart, black heart, and maybe a green heart. And he said, Well, what does those emojis mean? Is that some secret code message there? Like, what the like, do you have anything? Is that a secret code? Like, what are you saying? Like, he tried that. Like, are there emojis? He was just reaching. Are you a reporter? I believe so. Oh God. Oh God. They pulled up this picture. Shit looking dumb as hell. Do you remember, who remembers when Rock Nation, I mean when Daddy was outside, you know, and he did the press conference of when he did the press conference outside the courthouse. When he kind of went into the Rock Nation stuff. Dude, y'all remember, y'all gotta find that clip. I promise you. They got a clip, they pulled her up in 4K. They pulled her up when the Daddy did the little press conference outside, and MilaGro was sitting with the shoulder off shirt with the big black glasses, standing behind the family. Like she was with the family. And they pulled that up. You're a reporter? You standing here like you the family. Girl, you don't look like no reporter. You look like you with your family. Girl, why they pull her big up like that? And she sitting behind Sunstar, and the mama with the wig and the family, and she standing up right there looking stupid with the family. Girl, they got her in 4K. They got her stupid ass in 4K sitting there with the family. Dummy. She is stupid. Why would they do that? Ah, God. Ooh. Jesus, that took me out. That took me out. It was the glasses. I had to find that. Jesus. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, God. Oh, let me see if I can find that, girl. Hold on. Oh, please, let me see if I can find that video. Oh, is this it? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Oh, God. Let me see if I can find that video. Jeez. Oh,
okay, so I think I want to.
Oh, this is it! Look at her stupid ass. I found it. Look at her. You look at this stupid. Girl, I found it. Where is that video? Look at her. Yeah. Look at her stupid ass. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think I found it. Look, here she go.
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call.
Hold on.
Alex Spiro.
Look at her.
Sergio Perez. And the whole wicked system of Rock
Look at
Nation,
her.
including you, Jay-Z.
Look at her.
It is funny. He's stupid.
Wait. They pulled that up in court. God, yeah. Oh, God. They pulled that up, you stupid motherfucker. Yeah.
Stay ahead in tech. Sharpen your competitive edge with Pluralsight. Our hands-on learning shatters the skills gap fast.
They put like that, get up in court. And you know, I mean, I was just sitting there. I'm like, bitch, we are really in federal court right now. I'm gagging. But they just trying to show like, girl, you was a friend. And then they went into the audio where they pulled her up and she was saying, I did not remember the one I always tell her about. I did not come in here as media and wop, and I was with the family, and they pulled that up. She later explained that she had to do that because she was late or running late, and somehow there was nowhere to sit, so she had to get in with them. But they definitely pulled that up, where she was talking about how she was bragging about not being media, and she was with the family. I am not me, because you know the whole thing of today is that she's not media. So they're using everything that she said, saying that she's not media. So, because they don't want her to be considered media because they did not send her a cease and desist. So that defamation could get dropped. So the whole thing today was to prove that she was a media, and they were going to try to use her own words against her. So they got her in there talking about, I did not need a media pass, and I was with the family, and I wasn't even media. And girl, yes, it was giving all of that. Girl, that was so funny. That was so funny. And she was saying, what woman did you see anybody? She said, go out and ask anybody there. What women did you see sitting with the family at court with Tory Lanez besides his sister and me, his other sister? Then they pulled that clip out. Girl, now why is she up there calling him, talking about she hearing her sister? I'm so sorry. Yo, she is crazy. Girl, what?
Freak. Chase, move over. How do you get all the way over there?
They said no, because they were trying to make it seem like, you know, oh. Then she told him, you have to stop talking when the witness is talking, because he kept talking over her. And he was like, you know what, you sit up there and you were making fun of Megan Thee Stallion and laughing at her getting shot and laughing at her pain, and in 2025 you have her crying. It was like she lied.
Okay, like what?
I don't know how many times, but she lied a lot.
Like, what more do you want from me?
So you
She's
just have to place
a
where
liar.
it's like, no one is laughing at her for being shot.
Let's be clear, because she wasn't shot.
Megan did not remain consistent with her story. She said, they said you gave everybody permission to say she didn't get shot and to laugh. And I was like, girl, that is not fair for y'all to say that, to blame me and say that I gave everybody in the world permission to say that Megan Thee Stallion didn't get shot. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're kind of trying it.
They were.
That's why I'm like, girl, yes, MilaGro is wrong, but I can't go with it. They trying to say that MilaGro Grams is the whole reason why the whole world believes Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. It's all her fault. And Megan Thee Stallion is traumatized and can't go to work, can't make no money because of MilaGro Grams in her Twitter. I'm not going for that. I just like, come on, girl. Like, girl, no. Y'all trying it. Y'all trying that. Y'all trying. MilaGro gave the world permission to laugh and berate and hate Megan. Like, I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Y'all know that's crazy. That's crazy. Then, they said, actually, MilaGro said her manager should be the one getting sued. He's the one sitting up here sending her all the stuff, stressing her out. Not me. He should be getting sued. Talking about two parents.
Okay, for real.
They said, he goes, and then the guy goes, so when you started working with the Petersons, she said, I have not worked with them. He just started jumping. So when you started working with the Petersons, it's like, girl, you're not going to get me to start. Why are you trying to say I work with them? I never said that. Why would you jump out the window and just start a whole nother thing when I started working with the Petersons? He said, you expect us to believe that you don't work with them? She said, you can believe what you want, but you haven't proved I worked with them this whole trial. I'm like, ooh.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
All right. So that's when they started. She played it. They played an audio of her where she said she thinks people feel some type of way about her relationship with Tori, and she thinks that people feel a way about the love that Tori's dad has for her and the care that basically Tori has for her. There's a lot of people who try to be an ally of mine just to get close to Daystar and Sunstar. That's what she was pretty much saying. She said. Then they were playing. I never went to school for journalism. What I look like, right? What article did I write? And what I look like?
How do you get all the way over here?
For? I shouldn't be considered a news source anyway. So they stopped that and played that.
Boy.
And so that was to discredit her. So it's like
why the freak do kids do that?
I never did this. I never did that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm steady looking at him go from.
I don't know if it's
a
gonna work.
King size bed. Go from one side of the king size bed to the complete.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Football status, like my heart just dropped like that.
He gonna say,
boys.
You love that
Megan
was talking about you in the gallery, huh? You loved it. You loved it. You loved that she was talking about you. You thought it was funny that she was crying on the stand. You were making fun of her.
Oh, this is so pretty.
No, they said, she said, no, I felt like to be non-biased, I had to report on it all. So I just reported all of the stuff. Are you media? She was like, I'm new media. People should take us serious. They said, well, shouldn't you pay damages when you get it wrong? In business, you got it wrong. She said, I'm an entertainer. So basically she started talking about she's an entertainer, she's a part of new media, she gives commentary, she gives her opinions, and all these different things, and how a lot of traditional media kind of hate because we get a lot of the, we get the viewers, we get the recognition, and, we should be respected, like everyone else, and we deserve a seat, and we should be respected as media. It's not the traditional, but we have to get venues, we have to spend money, like, I fly myself out here and do this. I have to pay for my own hotel. I have to pay for my own lights and cameras and this. No one's flying me out. I have to produce this show. I have to go to the courtroom and come back and stream. All this, y'all don't see what this looks like. It looks just like a microphone in a computer, but girl, it's a lot of cords and it's a lot of shit going on around here just to get here. So I feel her on that. Like, it's not, like, respect us because we're really doing the work and spending a lot of money. So, we'll see, though. We'll see. They rested for right now. They're going to be back on the stand tomorrow. I won't be there, but I'm rooting for MilaGro Grams for them to get that media protection. I'm rooting for her on that. I'm rooting for her on that. But yeah, it was a better day for both of them, honestly. It was a better day for both sides. They fought today. That old man woke up on Megan's side because he felt like he was getting too comfortable. He woke his ass up because MilaGro's team came with it today. So it was a good fight. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm telling you, I don't know how this is going to go. This can go either way, especially if she gets that media thing. I don't know about the deep fake. That deep fake is still murky, but I mean, some people might be swayed and some people may not. I don't know how this jury is going to be instructed. I don't know if they're going to go unanimous or it could be 50-50, 40-60. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a good time. And I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
But guys, this is a big step in the direction if MilaGro Graham gets granted that media coverage. Every YouTuber, media person out that's actually doing the work should be rooting for her to get that because they have to start putting respect on our names. And yes, you're going to notice a lot of journalists and those traditional media people, they're not going to be here for the new media. Anytime we go to court, they're always going to be so ready for us to get sued. And it's not just because they feel like we're just getting wrong, but they feel like we're in the way. A lot of them feel like they went to school and they did this and that, and we shouldn't be there. But girl, at the end of the day, we honestly, it's night and day. Y'all can report. We can give commentary. Like, we don't have to compete. Because I feel like I don't compete with traditional journalists because I feel like they do something that I can't do, and I feel like I do something that they can't do. But it works together. I don't know what the big deal is, but it is what it is. But it also made me feel like that's probably why Megan Thee Stallion didn't sue Joe Budden and didn't sue academics in them, because it's like they can be considered as media right off the bat, and you gotta at least send them a cease and desist first. They would get protected under those laws. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for all the donations and super chats. It's been great. I can't wait to do the next case with you guys. But we're still going to be talking about it. But I just got to get back home and travel, child. I got things I got to do. But I love y'all so much. This has been great. Miami's been the time. I'm signing off. It's a great job. All right, y'all. So we'll still be back. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday to talk about, the verdict. All right? I love y'all so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And shout out to each and every person that has donated and helped us get here. It's been fun. It was last minute. But protect new media. New media reigns supreme. Let's go. Love you guys. Peace out.
No, that was good.
Mom, I just brought a $500 gift card, and all they need is your bank info.
You could say I'm the hero of the house when it comes to online threats, but my secret, that's Malwarebytes. Built by experts and designed to help me and my not-so-careful family. Is it really hero work? Sometimes it feels that way.
Whew, saved me again.
Anytime, honey. This is more than award-winning protection. It's total peace of mind.
Can't believe my son.
Marriage in the future, I mean.
behind.
can't wait to marry one girl. You ready to do that thing now? You see deep right now. You set up in the shower now. Get on one knee right now, ready?
This thing get on there. Okay, so what now? Let me put this back on. I'm about to wrap up. Ooh. Ooh. That's so pretty. That actually hurts my teeth. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Amish market this week.